welcome back to another classic review. My name is Midnight Strike 3625, and today we're going to take a look at a very classic game, TMNT, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, a lot of you guys probably know about this game via Angry Video Game Nerd in one of his earlier episodes, How He Got Famous, where he basically took this game and tore it to pieces. Now, it should be noted that James Rolfe, in the real life, actually likes this game along with Castlevania 2, two early NES games that he got famous for doing a review on, basically pointing out all their flaws, everything they did wrong, and all of their shortcomings. But, you know, he's very entertaining when he does it, so yeah, I do actually kind of like that episode, even though I disagree with the opinions that he actually proceeds to project in that episode. This game is not the greatest. It's really good, but it's not amazing. It's kind of one of more along the lines of higher end of average, but there are some of those elements where it's just really frustrating, kind of pull your hair out, want to punch the TV screen, like in that infamous part in the game where James Rolfe is basically just throwing his controller at the TV because you can't get past the water levels. Yes, that's right. You have to make it through all these different seaweeds with a really clunky control swimming design, and you're timed. The seaweed electrocutes you, you die in one hit, you only have 4 different characters to choose from, and you're timed. It's just extremely difficult, almost to the point of insanity. But aside from that, James is pretty much wrong on all counts. This is actually a pretty innovative and unique title, even though, you know, Angry Video Game Nerd actually agrees with me on that because he even said that he likes the game in real life. He was just ranting on it because he found a lot of things wrong with it. So I am going to go into detail in this review about some of the things that are wrong with this game, but there are a lot of really good things, a lot of innovations, and a lot of things that weren't really that common in video games back in those days. So this game came out in, I believe, 1987. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. 1987, 88. Does it even say on here? No, it does not. Okay, so we're going to go with 1987. 1987, this game came out, and you start off in a top-down Zelda-esque kind of view, roaming around the cities, dodging tanks, trying to look for ways into the sewers. Now, once you go into the sewers, this goes into a side-by-side kind of traditional side-scrolling level traversing, and there's a lot of different techniques that you can use with your one of 4 different playable characters. You can choose any of the Ninja Turtles that are actually pictured on this cover here, and they all have their own unique, distinct fighting tactics. So one of them may have a giant katana, the other ones may throw nunchucks, another one might have like really short knives that they will wield, and they each are really useful in different parts of the level. And what's really awesome is that you can actually change between all 4 Ninja Turtles simultaneously without even having to start over in the level. So it's really interesting, really intuitive, and I really like that style of gameplay a lot, especially with the platforming elements that this game introduces, and it's just really quite fluent in that. So when it comes to the actual controls, they're really smooth, they're not really that stiff and clunky until you get to the later swimming level, which is like really insane if I haven't mentioned it before. So yeah, that's the part where AVGN kind of went crazy, is the seaweed. And that's kind of where I went crazy too, because I still, to this day, have troubles beating that. It's just needlessly difficult, Ninja Gaiden difficult, and it's really hard to beat. So overall, this game is really interesting. I actually started playing it when I was like 11 or 12, because one of my friend's brothers actually had an NES, and he brought over this title, one of the first games I actually played for NES that wasn't, you know, Mario or Contra or Zelda or any of those, but basically, this is not a bad game. It's pretty good, actually, on the latter side of average. So I'm going to rate this an 8 out of 10. It's not the most amazing game out there, but it is worth an actual try. It's worth a playthrough. If you don't like it, then, you know, just hear me out on this. It is actually very intuitive, especially for its time, and it actually inspires to go that extra mile by putting in things that hadn't really been done back in the 80s. So it is very intuitive in that aspect, very innovative, that's the word I was looking for, and it is a very good platformer. So with that, thank you very much for watching. 8 out of 10, this is Midnight Strike 3625, keep calm and rock on.